Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Guess to Success. Are you ready? Let's find out. Can you guess the country by the flag? You will have 10 seconds to guess. Let's see how many you can get right. Are you ready? Let's dive in and get started. Round 1. Easy. Can you guess this country? It was Slovenia. Next up. It was Monaco. Next up. It was Solomon's Island. Next up. It was Senegal. Next up. It was Uruguay. It was Latvia. Next up. It was Guinea. Next up. It was Croatia. Next up. It was Kosovo. Next up. It was Dominica. It was North Macedonia. Next up. It was St. Lucia. Next up. It was Suriname. Next up. It was Burkina Faso. Next up. It was Tuvalu. It was Benin. Next up. It was Bolivia. Next up. It was South Sudan. Next up. It was Papua New Guinea. Next up. It was Grenada. It was South Korea. Next up, it was New Zealand. Next up, it was Argentina. Next up, it was Ireland. Next up, it was Greece. It was Vietnam. Next up, it was Belgium. Next up, it was Portugal. Next up, it was Egypt. Next up, it was Philippines. It was Denmark. Next up, it was Thailand. Next up, it was Austria. Next up, it was Finland. Next up, it was Indonesia. It was Norway. Next up, it was Singapore. Next up, it was Malaysia. Next up, it was Chile. Next up, it was Czech Republic. It was Afghanistan. Next up, it was Madagascar. Next up, It was Iran. Next up, it was the Bahamas. Next up, it was Tanzania. It was Georgia. Next up, it was Sudan. Next up, it was San Marino. Next up, it was Kazakhstan. Next up, it was Armenia. It was Palestine. Next up, it was Australia. Next up, it was Moldova. Next up, it was Bhutan. Next up, it was Malta. It was Luxembourg. Next up, it was Cyprus. Next up, it was United Arab Emirates. Next up, it was Micronesia. Next up, it was Brunei. Awesome job, everyone! If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you like fun guessing challenges like these, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on amazing activities. Let us know in the comments how many points you scored and what's your favorite flag. And if you made it to the end, drop your favorite emoji in the comments so we know you're a true fan. This is my favorite emoji. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.